Welcome back all, this is Daz from Moderaro Techniques, and also MRT scale print. So a very different video this week. So I've now been able to secure from James at Bexhill West in the UK some 3D printed parts for a Ballast vacuum, and I'm going to take you through my experimentation with this. I'll be upfront with you, I'm not a person who likes ballasting at all. I think it's the most monotonous job of model railroading. Some people, you know who you are, Desi, love doing the ballasting, but I'm not one of them. So basically what this is on a design that came out many years ago on a model railroader magazine, is my understanding, from the States, where a gentleman, you use your shop vac or your vacuum cleaner to use, and it's like a cyclonic type setup where you then, it goes into another vessel like a soda pop bottle or something similar. So I'm the Australasian distributor for this item, so I will be putting it up on my website and probably coming up in the new year. Obviously it's getting very close to Christmas, on www.mrtscaleprints.com.au. So also, by what James is saying, he secured a distributor in the United States, and at the time of this video will go up, I might not have those details, but I will put them in as soon as I know who that is and how you can get them, because these little things that are just fantastic, to be quite honest with you. I've had a bit of a play around, and you will see my experimentations in the video coming up. So big shout out to my patrons. Without them, this channel would be nothing, so thank you very much to them. Don't forget to subscribe, like, click that little bell icon to be notified of upcoming content. Enough of my waffle, let's get to the workbench. So what I'll quickly first go through is all the bits and bobs we're going to use in this video. So the things that if you decide that you're going to purchase this Ballast vacuum at this point from Bexhill West, these 3-pin, so that's actually the vacuum nozzle that you run over the track. Hose goes into here, and this is the bit that goes on top of a soda pop bottle, call it what you will, depending on what part of the world you are. So we got one that comes in from the vacuum cleaner, and you've got the one that goes out to the tube that runs out to this. So you just need some sort of bottle that has that sort of the normal sort of pop size. So that's a Coca-Cola bottle. Now, the stronger the plastic, the better, because what you'll find is, I've got a Dyson vacuum that's quite high powered, and it's got a lot of sucking power to it. So what it'll actually do, it'll collapse a bottle like that. I haven't found any issues with the bottle doing that. It just collapses the bottle, but it still catches all the ballast fine. So also what we'll look at using is the ballast spreader, ballast of your liking. So that's the Woodland Scenics medium blend I use, because obviously I'm into HO. So now this is the little vacuum that I bought some time ago from Micromart. Now if I knew back then what I knew now regarding where you can source these things a lot cheaper, I would have done that. So on the left hand side here, I'll show you what you get in the little kit. So the first bit you got is this little contraption. What that actually does, that goes into your vacuum cleaner, the hose of your vacuum. Then this tube goes to the top tube of that into the bottle. And then you got the other tube, which doesn't come part of that vacuum, but it's a 10mm in a diameter, sort of flexible type tubing there. So I use this vacuum quite predominantly when I do my cleaning up, and also when I do my ballasting, because it comes with all these other awesome little attachments. So you've sort of got all these little ones. That's like the little coupler to go, and then so what I end up what this is actually designed from Bexhill West is the coupler goes on the top like that. Then you use, other way around. So the extension piece goes in like that, the little coupler goes there, and that goes into the tube. So that just allows a little bit better extension. If you decide that you don't want to purchase this and you've worked out some other way that you can attach back to your vacuum, that's all well and good. What I did initially was that can go straight into there. So it is a little bit of a loose fit, so you might just want to maybe put a little bit of tape or just something to pad that out a little bit, and that fits quite nicely, and then you just run your ballast, your ballast vacuum like that. So we'll go over and I'll show you how some of the experiments that I've done with it. So I now got some ballast in the ballast hopper, so I'll just quickly run the ballast out. What I'll now do, I'll start the clock down here, and once we get that into place, we'll turn the vacuum on. Okay, so now we'll turn the vacuum off, and you can see, I'll zoom in on the results. So obviously this is mainly, we need to tidy all the sides up, so probably the more ballast you put on the better. But what I'll do, I'll just quickly zoom in and show you the ballasting job. So you can appreciate that took, a matter of 5 seconds, probably even less to get it to that point. So then it's just a matter of going through, and I'll zoom back out to show you that clock is still running. Oh, apologies for that zooming. So you can appreciate that's obviously taken a less substantial amount of time. So it's just a matter of, we'll turn the vacuum back on, and I'll just show you how it's how we actually tidy the edges up. Alright, so what I might do is I'll quickly put some more ballast along the edge here. So this is on 3mm cork. Then we'll just go back through with the ballast vacuum. So I got my daughter helping here, turning the vacuum on and off, so thank you to the Moo. So what I'll do, I'll just quickly bring that camera up, because I'll then zoom back in. I'll just try to keep that camera, with my light. I'll just turn that light off, sorry. It's just glaring back. So I'll just quickly zoom in. You can sort of see just through here what sort of effect you can get. Alright, so I'll zoom back out. So what I'll quickly do, I'll just set up a diamond slip switch, and I'll show you obviously more complex point work with that. So I will reset the clock for that, and I'll show you once I've got all that set up for you. So now we're back. I've put a diamond slip switch, so just to let everyone know, they're Roco Code 83s. So my understanding with James, he said that it's mainly for HO, this one. At this point he is looking at doing an Engage one. However, he's used it on his obviously 00 code 100 and the like. So now we've got I'll just center that a little bit better. So we've now got the slip switch there. So what I'm going to do is literally, and I don't know if you've actually ballasted a slip switch before, but they're quite time consuming getting all the ballast out of where it's not meant to be. So as you can see, I'm giving a real liberal sort of dose of this. So what I'm going to quickly do, I'll turn the stopwatch back on, and my little assistant will turn the vacuum cleaner on, and I'll mute the audio again. So what I'll quickly do, I will zoom, I'll turn my light off, I'll get this the best I can. I'll just put that on the side just to show that we've got that running, and then I'll try to zoom in a little bit better. And you can sort of see this is probably the effect that you're sort of after. That's just a very, very quick way of doing it. I would obviously go back through and tidy all those sides up. But I suppose the pertinent thing to look at is, obviously all the frogs and all that are all clear of ballast. You probably will have to go back through with a toothpick, I would say, just briefly to clear up stock rails and the like. However, I believe that's a lot quicker way of doing slip switches. Moving forward with other types of point work or turnouts, depending what part of the world you're from, you can see that how quickly you can get some ballasting done, up and running, and then obviously the next thing is to go through and use your isopropanol spray or dish liquid and water concoction, whatever you use, and then obviously your wet water with your glues and the like to bed it all down. I won't obviously go through and show you how to do that today. So you may be asking whether you can actually do this just on a flat board. This is extruded foam. Obviously all my main lines and most of my tracks are sort of raised to get that nice little camber at the side there. So if you've got industrial siding or the like, how does that work? I'll just got an old piece of track here. It's obviously overhanging a little bit, but what we'll do, we'll just very, very quickly just put some of this down very liberally. And then what I'll do, I'll start this little clock again, just to show there's no smoke and mirrors, how quickly you can actually do this. And what I'll do, I'll just put the connection back on, and I'll get my trusted little apprentice here to turn the vacuum on, and I'll mute the sound. So what I'll do, I'll just quickly put that on top and it will zoom right in. Obviously those shoulders we could probably work on a little bit better. But you can sort of see how quickly I got the ballast up from that. So I'll leave it up to you whether it's something that you would use. I definitely don't like ballasting for this very reason, because it takes so long. Obviously going through with the brush and all that, you can get probably 95% of your profile and your ballasting done with this little vacuum. A little bit of tidy up when you go through with the cork, just on the edges there. So just to let you know, once you're all done, you get your bottle. I'll just zoom back out. Now I've used a very, very cheap and nasty bottle here, hence why it's done this, but I've got a Dyson vacuum, which is obviously a very high powered one. So I have tried it on a less powerful one. Sometimes that might be a little bit better to actually do what you need to do. It won't do that to the bottle, but I'm still in the hunt for a better bottle. But anything with a sort of anything with the sort of the nozzle like that on it. So then it's just a matter of going back through, and obviously then you're not wasting any ballast, because obviously this stuff is quite expensive if you're buying it like I am. So thanks for watching. So my takeaway from this is one, is it something that you would use? Secondly, is it the sort of thing that you would pre-purchase all the little attachments for the little vacuum thing that I showed earlier in the video? If so, I'm looking at sourcing some of these at a little bit cheaper rate than you can get them on Amazon, but I will put a link below if you can't wait for that, for me to get those things in. Current Australian prices are around the $20 mark for the little vacuum, so I'll definitely be getting them a lot cheaper than that, probably the $10 mark I would think, so give or take. So thanks for watching. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This will be my last video, I think, for the year, taking some time away to spend it with the family. So make sure you subscribe, click that little bell icon to be notified of upcoming videos. Support us on Patreon, like us on Facebook and Instagram at Model Railroad Technique.